Okay, I just couldn't wait for her. She's late, and that's just the way it's going to be.
What?
I just started. I started without her.
Started without
She forgot her tablet, and I just said, you know what? I'm dedicated. I am a professional. I am going to start up without her.
I was like, I won't see anybody's, in chat. I was like, I'm missing something. Something's missing. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, my tablet.
Yeah. So, folks, how are we doing tonight? My voice is a little off. I apologize. I've been under the weather for the last week. I was sick for a week, and then I was okay, but you got it. And then
I
you
was
got
perfectly
okay,
fine.
and then I got it again.
Yes.
Same thing. And she wants to blame it on Aquashella. It was
I
not
do.
Aquashella.
I do want to blame it on
No.
Aquashella because I was fine when you came home.
No.
I started a little tickle, but it wasn't that bad. You brought home something.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
It's fine.
you.
But I'm getting over it. It's not COVID. Don't freak out.
I made him
I
take
did
the
test.
test.
Yeah, I did test. And I was a little nervous. I was like, uh-oh.
I'm missing
But-
something.
What are you missing now?
I need to put this on.
This is what we do for a living, folks.
Sorry.
I may have to do that a few times while we're talking here tonight, but
He's okay.
it is what it is. So listen, a couple of big things to talk about today.
Oh, my
she's
phone.
over here breaking wind. What?
My phone, the sound for notifications is a.
It's a fart.
I don't like to say that word.
It's hilarious. It is. Every time I hear it, I laugh because
I
I'm
think
a
it's funny
child.
when it goes off in public. I'm like, it's my phone.
Real men aren't afraid to wear pink. No, indeed. Listen. I told this story in the member stream. We had a lot of fun in the member stream. We talked about how much Nirvana sucks. We talked about how great Pearl Jam is. We talked about all kinds of stuff. We talked about Harry Potter a little bit. But I talked about this there when we were in Dallas, when I was in Dallas with the Addams family. Isn't it funny to refer to them as the Addams family? I looked at them and I said, hey, you got any more of those pink ones? And Joanna looked at me like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I can wear pink. It's no big deal. Look at that. Bryce McDougal. I think it's McDougal with the Pearl Jam 10 cover for his avatar.
Huh.
We spent a lot of time talking about Pearl Jam in the member stream. But anyway, a couple other things that we talked about in the member stream. This is a big one, real big one. The Shark Pros, finally,
Oh yeah.
they are here.
And they were heavy.
I have been so fortunate. This has been a blessing here for the last couple of days because we've been needing so badly to get the beta system done.
Yes.
That's been a priority. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of just doing the same thing over and 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 over again. And I had promised her that it was going to be done this week.
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's going to be done. And I went out there to work on it yesterday. I went out there in the morning and I was working. And then I had to take something to the barn, or I had to get something out of the truck. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, hey, what's going on in the barn? And I look in there and she's packed up all the orders already for the day. And then packed all the orders today too, including all of the Shark Pros that were back ordered. I packed some of them last night, but you packed most of them.
Yesterday was one of those days where we just tag teamed and just did what had to be done. I'm okay. To get it done. You know, the Sharks came in and it was like, crap, we've got to get all these back orders out. And he was like, I'm working on the beta system, but I'll stop and do it. And I was like, no. You work on the beta system. I'm going to pack the orders. And then after that was done and I took everything and I came back, he packed more orders, and then I went to the fish house and did water changes and all that I needed to get done. And it was like, I don't know, last night it was like 9 o'clock, and you're like, are we even gonna watch our show tonight? Because it was such a long day of nonstop. And then today the exact same thing. So
Season 3 of Ozark is we watch an episode every night. We're empty nesters now.
I know, it's
We
so
live in this
weird.
house alone now. So it's every night we're watching an episode. We were doing that before the kids were gone.
For like a week before.
Yeah, Ozark, and then once we're done with Ozark, I don't know what's going to be
My
left.
favorite character is Ruth.
But Ruth's awesome.
Love Ruth.
My favorite character is no longer on the show, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
It's an old show, but anyway.
Yeah, but still, if you ever watched Ozark, watch it, because wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, got all the Shark Pros in, had over 100 back orders that had to be packed up and sent out. They all got sent out either yesterday or today. So if you're somebody who back ordered the Shark Pros, they are on the way to you right now. Some of you may have even got them today if you live close enough. I'm fighting off a sneeze because I scream foul language when I sneeze, and I don't want to do that on a live stream.
Yeah, don't do that.
But while she was packing up all of these Shark Pros, I completed the beta system. It's done. It's done. It's done in that fish can go in the tanks and it's ready to use as a beta system. Or if you want to say beta, that's fine too. There's a couple of fine tuning things. I got to cut more of those little cards to go between the tanks, all black, which looks really good. And we got to put the numbers on. But other than that, they're all done, and I could not be happier. What a huge load that was on me to have it finally be done. It should have been done a long time ago, but to finally have it done is a huge load off of me. Only 2 tanks of the last 150. I did 2 sections of 150 tanks each. Only 2 of them leaked, unless you found more out there that leaked.
No.
I did have. Sorry, I had to do that. Gross, but
Ew.
I did. Shut up. I screwed up a little bit, and it freaked me out a little bit. If you're ever entertaining setting up a recirculating system for aquariums, you have to be aware of this, especially if you're using a gravity-fed drain system. The way our system is done, I showed it in a video, several weeks ago, but I didn't go into like really fine details about it. But basically, the way these are done is the fitting runs out of the back of each tank, and it's a hose that just goes down into a hole in a pipe. I have a 1.5 inch pipe, and I just drilled holes all the way down it. And each one of the little hoses goes down into the pipe and it drains down through. Works perfectly fine, especially when we're talking about a very small amount of water that's flowing through these pipes. It's just a trickle into each one of the tanks, and then it flows down into these drains and it goes down. Well, when you're doing that, the pipes have to be at an angle for gravity to pull the water down to the sump. So I have 8 drain pipes, 1 for each shelf, but there's 2 sections, the first half and then the second half. So I only did this with 1 of them, thankfully. I forgot, I had it at an angle, but I had a dip in one. And I didn't realize it. When I was putting it all together. So I'm filling it up, and Carl was laying right under my feet, sound asleep.
He does that.
It was adorable, and I didn't want to move him. So the way I filled the system up this time was actually pretty genius. I didn't do it this way last time, but I actually filled up the sump and then turned the pump on and let it all flow. Let the tanks fill up that way.
Oh, good.
Which is good. It made everything happen very slow everything filled up very gradually, and I could go through and fine tune every single tank. It was very loud filling it up that way, but it worked out pretty well. And once all of the tanks were full, I'm like, what's happening? Like, water started flowing from everywhere. And I'm like, oh no, like that's more than just a tank leak. Like, what's happening here? So I started pulling tanks out, and I saw that the drain pipe itself was overflowing out of the holes that are for the hoses to go down into.
Oh, whoa.
And I'm like, oh no, what's happening? I didn't realize that there was a dip in it. And so it took me a little bit, figured it out, got it all flowing again, and it's all good now.
Oh,
but
that poor Florida day.
yeah, and Carl got wet too. Because he got pretty wet before he actually woke up and was like, what the heck? Because, cats don't like water.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Yeah, but he was in for a surprise when he woke up. But got that figured out, and only 2 tanks leaked. On the last round, I think I had 8 or 9. So it's maybe 10 tanks total out of 300 that leaked, and then I think we received like 5 or 6 of them broken.
Right.
Like they were broken right out of the box. And
he's okay.
yeah, I'm fine, Michael. So I would say if let's say this total is 15 tanks leaked or were broken, I think that's a pretty good number out of 300.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've got so many in reserve of the older ones.
Yeah, and that definitely helped. But yeah, I think those are pretty good. And I did message the manufacturer, and they were like, just send us pictures, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna fool with that. I mean, we've got so many. The tanks that we had made for this system are identical in size to the old tanks that we had. So when things go wrong, we can just put one of the old ones in there, and they're still in good shape. So in fact, I've got 24 of the tanks drilled about that much lower than the rest of the tanks for the aliens, because the aliens are bigger jumpers
Yeah, they like
than the others.
They like to jump.
So I drilled those a little bit lower so that so they don't jump out. And we used the old tanks for that. So we're doing good. I mean, out of 300 of them, the system looks good. It functions good. And I'm so glad that it's done.
Me too.
Now I just got to go in there and clean all of my junk out of there.
Well, the
Which will be
floor
fun.
is pretty clean.
Yeah. I cleaned it today. It took some
I
time
cleaned
to
it
clean
too when I overflowed the sump tonight.
Which one did you overflow?
The first one.
Okay, good. I was about to say, why are you water changing the one I just filled up today?
Bathroom is clean, the floor. And you want to know what's so funny about it all? I was listening to you on the member stream while I was, doing some maintenance on the first section of the beta section. And I look over, and Carl is just sitting in the middle of all the water overflowing. And I'm like, why couldn't you even tell me? Why couldn't you say meow or something? And he's just looking at it coming out of the tank, sitting in the middle of the water.
I've never known a cat to do that. Every cat I've ever seen hates water, except for Carl.
Yeah.
He
And
is-
Reno.
He likes to play in water.
I know. I can't keep the water bowl filled up for the other cats without him going in there and just doing this. He
Yep.
likes to play in the water.
We got a bunch of freak
silly.
shows here, but I'm so relieved that is done. So relieved.
Me too.
Now I can move on to the next project. And
now I feel good about bringing home all those betas I'm picking up tomorrow.
They're not going to be on the website tomorrow. There's going to be...
I have some coming out of quarantine to go on the website, though, next week.
There will be fish added soon, but basically, having the system done has really held us back from doing what we want to do, what she wants to do with the betas. Now that the system is done, I have maybe 2 hours worth of work in there left to do. Putting the cards in, putting the numbers on, that doesn't really affect whether or not the system can be used. But it's ready now. When you get all those fish tomorrow, we can put those in there, and they'll start growing. You usually wait a couple of weeks before you start putting them up. So, Yeah, there'll be a steady flow of fish going onto the website over the course of the next month, and
I'm
it's
sure there'll
not going
be
to
more
stop there.
rescue betas too, just because there's always a couple here and there that slip through the cracks where I'm like, because I pick them out myself. I look through each one and pick them out, but I'm looking in a bag of water. So I miss things once in a while.
I saw somebody ask earlier about how we're liking the North Carolina weather. I love it, and I've always loved it. Particularly the last couple of weeks has been glorious.
The past few days have been nice, but before that, I don't like it.
Oh,
At
she just
all.
doesn't know what's good for her.
No,
That's
I
all.
don't like the bugs.
Well, that's not the weather.
And now we have baby alligators. It's like insane. Poison ivy,
She saw one
humidity.
of those blue tail skinks.
It was this big, John. I was going to call Will Nace.
It was a skink. It was a completely harmless little animal.
I
Tiny
could not
little
sleep
critter.
last night because I thought my cat's lives were in danger.
Anyway,
Okay.
I
saying.
love the North Carolina weather, and it's going to be glorious weather for building a pond next year, which I hope ends up happening. But yeah, I knew what we were getting into when we came down here, and I'm all for it. And let me tell you something. Having been in Dallas 2 weeks ago, I live in North Carolina. Before that, I lived in Virginia, and Virginia gets pretty daggone warm too. I'm used to heat, but oh my
Not
goodness,
bugs.
it was not. That heat in Dallas was different.
Different.
It was like being in an oven.
The best heat I've ever been in was California heat. Whether it was in the middle of August
80 degrees isn't hot.
or December. It was perfect. It's dry. I like dry heat.
Well, I like this heat. It's perfect. I don't like what it does to the air conditioning system. I don't like what it does to the power bill, but I like the heat. I'm fine with it. So, yeah. But there's another big cool thing. With beta systems done, that means we can move on to the next super secret project,
Yes.
which we've been talking about forever. That is not done because of laziness. It's not done because of anything other than waiting on filters to show up for this system. And they came yesterday with the Shark Pros. We're using Shark Pros in this system. I actually had to speak to a few people in Dallas. Can't tell you who those people were because then it would give away what the super secret system is. But had to talk to a few people about whether it was a good idea to use the Shark Pros or not. And they said, absolutely, perfect, go for it. Multiple people, that was hard to say. Multiple people said it was good. I knew it was going to be. I was waiting on them anyway. So the Shark Pros showed up yesterday. Was it yesterday or Tuesday? Whatever day they showed up.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I remember because my back still hurts from unloading them all.
She did do that. I mean, not only did she pack all the orders so that I could finish the beta system, but it is on Top Chat. Thank you for reminding me that, Rob. Let's see, is that, there it is. I don't ever change that. I don't know why it's on there, but yeah, I was not expecting her to not only pack all of the orders yesterday, and there was a lot of them because of the Shark Pro, but also to take, I mean, we're talking about a truckload of boxes that each have 9 sharks in them. A warehouse full of them. She unloaded all of those herself. I was kind of like, hey, maybe I should always be building beta systems. That's nice. But
well, the fish fairy wasn't going to come and unload them for me, so I was like, I guess I should unload them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have done it if you hadn't done it.
No, I said, go work on that system. I got it.
Another thing that is nice about the delivery of Shark Pros yesterday, we got them direct from CJ. This is not a normal thing, but they sold them to us through a distributor, but they drop shipped them direct to us. So our distributor made money for nothing, but good for him because that's the way it has to be done. So I ain't mad about it. It didn't cost me anymore, but they shipped them directly to us. And since they came to us from the CJ warehouse, they put some goodies in there.
Oh, yeah.
And you're wearing one.
Sure.
Move the microphone so that people can see it. They gave us, I was about to hold this up, but she's wearing one, so might as well just show you hers.
Last week, didn't you?
I did, and that was one that they gave me while I was in Dallas. But they sent a stack of them like this. So we're going to give some away today. We gave 2 away in the member stream. We were only supposed to give 1, but 2 people got the answer. And I would love to ask the same question again, but can't do that because channel members already know what that is. In fact, Joe Provenzano answered it before the stream even started. He was being a rascal. He thought I was going to do the same one again, but I'll have to come up with a trivia question, and then we'll give away a couple of these shirts. I think we've got all the sizes, but is there anything bigger than 2X?
I don't remember.
So if you're bigger than 2X, might not be able to accommodate you, but
they run big. Like this shirt I'm wearing is a small, and it feels comfortable. It feels like a medium to me.
Well,
It's
there you go.
not tight. It's not. I mean, there's looseness. It's comfortable. It's
Well,
really good quality.
I like room to breathe in shirts. You're like Jason Adams. You like to wear the shirts that are like.
But this isn't like that. If I wanted that, I'd have got an extra small. This is cozy. Cozy. See, extra room.
Okay.
Jeez.
Anyway, all I'm trying to say is we should have whatever size you win. So I'll think of something. We got another hour and 7 minutes. I will think of something to ask all of you, and whoever wins, we'll send you some of these shirts, and we'll give them away over the next couple of weeks because can't do it all in one. You can't do it all in one live stream. Got to spread it out to be fun. Let me get to this here real quick because I don't want to get.
Rob93 said, so I need an extra small. extra small.
Extra small. Yeah, because Rob's a little fella. I've said that many times.
Poor Rob.
I'm just glad I haven't met up with him again after saying that so many times because I'm afraid he might beat me up or something if I see him again.
What?
I saw him very briefly in 2019. I haven't seen him since, so I'm afraid having called him a little fella so many times, he might have a problem with that. But extra small. You ain't that much of a little fella there, Rob. I don't even think he does with
much smaller than me. He's extra smaller.
He's not an extra small. Extra small is like a 5-year-old. He's not that small. He's a little fella.
Like about 8.
He's
okay. 10 double digit.
I think Rob is I don't know. Why are we talking about this? Sherry Costa became a member. Sorry, Rob. Welcome to the team, Sherry. Join us next week for the members only live stream. Vibes Aquatic says coffee time, y'all. Would you know, Vibes? That coffee's gone already.
Are you serious?
It's gone.
I only have 1 cup.
I mean, I had it every single day
Yeah,
since I got
true.
back from Dallas. It's glorious stuff. I'm going to order more of that because I can't wait till Dallas next year to get. I got to order some more because that stuff is good. Sherry Costa came back again. Wow, with a $20 super chat. Received 2 gorgeous betas today from John and Lisa. Thank you so very much for such a great experience. I can't order. Oh wait, I don't have the whole screen up here.
I know which ones they were too. Hellboy.
And a blue rim, wasn't it? Or a
no,
blues?
It was a Black Samurai
Oh.
female.
I can't wait to order more. I'll be watching the website closely for availability. Thank you. That is awesome, Sherry. Thank you so much. I'm glad it all worked out.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, absolutely. Melanie Mel DC became a member. Welcome to the team. You've been a member because you have the badge that's been around. So you re-upped. No, didn't be. just used the members super chat.
Hello?
Melanie Mel DC used the members chat feature to say hi.
Aww.
And I got confused. Hi, how are you, Mel? Delana Silva with the $5. I forgot to tell you, saw her again in Dallas with the Oscar shirt on.
Tell me until today. I thought to ask you about that too.
The only one that I saw wearing that shirt, and it may have been it may have been the only one last year too. She might have been the only one wearing that shirt last year.
I think so.
She's just awesome.
She is.
Most people are afraid to wear that shirt in public, but Delana Silva's like, nah, I'm wearing it.
I am sometimes. Like, I went to the grocery store. I was wearing it one day last week, and then I was like, oh, I got to run to the grocery store for something. So I changed it just because it's a small town and all, just.
But it's not like it says the word.
I know, but there's one grocery store and like 35 churches on one street, and I'm just like, I don't want to offend anybody. Now, if we were going to a pet store or a fish store out of town, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't, but not here.
Do any other Apple Watch users get a kick out of getting your stand goal achieved when you're sitting?
Are you serious?
I just got it. It was like, hey, yay, you reached your stand goal. Like, I haven't stood up in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Good job, Apple. Rachel, oh, I'm sorry. Shlin, I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sorry. But she's the one, I believe, that she's one of the winners from the members only stream.
Just say Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. Question for Lisa.
Me?
Trying my first beta breeding. Stuck a female in with a male in a net box, and he flared at her at first and now has no interest.
Oh. Well,
how do I spice things up for them?
They got to get to know each other. It doesn't happen at first. It takes time. So you could always try first putting her in like a smaller container next to him on the outside in her own water, and have a card in between them, and take it out and let them see each other here and there. Sometimes keep the water clean, do water changes, because I have found that the males tend to, if you do more frequent water changes, they make more bubble nest. And if you do that, this is what works for me. Other people might do it differently and it works for them, but I put them on the outside of the tank from each other first in separate containers or whatever, and I have something in between them so they can't see each other. But then at the same time, I also have a container on the inside of the tank with the male, and I only keep about this much water in the tank, but I have holes drilled into it. It's like a Beanie Baby tank, and I have holes drilled into it so that it's ready for her to put her in there when I think they're, done dating. And then I stick her in the container in the middle after, I don't know, a week or so. I want to make sure she's fat and ready. Her eggs are, she's got a lot of eggs and she's ready to go.
She's ready to get it on.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Then I put her in the middle tank, and she's sharing the same water, sort of like with your net, the net box that you have in there. And it's just, I find that it works for me. And when it looks like they're ready, it could be a couple days. It could be a day. It could be 5 days. And then I'll put my hand in there, take her out, and stick her in the water. And she's been in the exact same water as him, too. And it seems to work. I did have one instance where the female went before the male. I could put her in with the male, and she just dropped the eggs everywhere. But she was just ready. But anyways, I don't know if I answered your question or not, but that's what I do.
Yeah, I think the big lesson learned is you don't just put a male and a female together and expect them to get it on. You got to let them get to know each other first.
Well,
And that
you
can
have
take
to
some
have
time.
patience. I mean, just have patience. It's your first time. It's, their first time. Just have patience.
While you were talking, I was looking for this video again.
And I put things,
can't
I
find it.
also put something around the tank so they can't see me either. So they feel like they have privacy. They have their own room.
Linda Woodworth with the $1.99, nothing attached to it, just said, "Here, take money." Thank you so much for that, Linda. That's very nice of you. Hope Mud Jones, just because y'all are awesome.
Oh, hey, Hope.
Thank you very much for that. Didn't get to see. They're in that area, right? Like we see them in Dallas all the time, or do we see them?
They're below us.
We see them in
They're
Florida.
in the south, but they're not in Texas.
Okay.
They're down here. They're below us somewhere.
Okay.
To the west, southwest.
Ointmaster Supreme Forever in 40-gallon just adopted a full-grown, very sweet Blackmore. What are the best and worst tank mates you've had with fancy, slightly on the slower side goldfish? The ones that we've had that we did not like keeping with goldfish were Danios, because they seemed like they stressed them out too much.
Oh.
Well, we have them with the feeders, and they're fine.
Yeah, but not the fancy goldfish.
But not the fancies. Right now we have. Why am I drawing a blank? What White Clouds? Good grief! It's been a long day. I've been putting beta tanks together. We have White Clouds in with them right now, and they do great. I mean, they've always been fantastic in there with them. So I like to recommend what we've done. So you asked, which ones should we not do? Which ones should we do? Don't do Danios, but White Clouds.
Yeah,
You're
White
good.
Clouds have been great with them.
Especially when you consider they're the same. They like the same water type and water temperature and all that kind of stuff. It works out perfect. Whips World. Sometime. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to think. So I'm gonna read this, and then you're gonna have to start talking because I'm gonna have to think about this.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm a strong woman. Sometimes cold and scared, and sometimes I cry. But that time I saw you, I knew with you to light my nights, somehow I would get by. What?
I'm thinking about it now.
I might have to block him because he does this every single time. He gets me, and it drives me crazy.
Huh.
I don't know. Evanescence. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And you don't stop with this. I'm going to tell people what your real name is. And I'm going to tell them to troll you on Facebook. You keep getting me with all this.
Stop being mean to him. Oh,
man.
I think we should do Plant of the Day.
You go for it.
Mel DC recommended it.
I think that's a great idea. Go right ahead.
I think it's a great idea too, because we went to home. That was my phone. That was not me. I promise. It said.
I'm going to cheat.
Anyway, let me just double check real quick. I want to make sure it's not an emergency. It is my daughter. She's in college. She wants me to bring a tiny trash can to her on Sunday when I go visit her.
That's a Stevie Nicks song, by the way.
So, well, I mean.
Of anybody that should have known it, it's her. I don't feel bad about it.
Okay, well, yeah, I should have known it, but you were singing it, and you're really not a Stevie.
Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but you should have known that. Shame on you.
There are songs that he has done that you should have known.
I know.
I know. You didn't even know who that one group was. Iron Maiden. You didn't even know who Iron Maiden was.
That was an embarrassing moment in my life. Do your plants, lady.
Okay, so sorry, got a little off topic. We went to Home Depot this weekend. I'm not going to say why. We just did, and every time we go somewhere, I immediately go to the plant section. What?
For the beta system. Well, we did buy some
No, there's other stuff.
polycarbonate
Yeah.
for the lids too. Yeah.
Okay.
For the new system. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. Right.
Yeah. So anyway, of course, I had to go to the plant section because that's what I do. And I picked up a plant I already had, a Calathea medallion. Isn't it glorious? It's so beautiful. And look at this one leaf. It's like, hey, I'm so cute. Yeah. So
She's
anyways.
so spoiled.
So anyways, I saw another plant that I already have, but it's one of my favorite. Oh, and let me mention, this Calathea is pet friendly. It is pet friendly. And that's important because a lot of us have cats and dogs. But I got a plant that I already have like 2 other ones that I got from Plant Arena and spent a lot more money on than I did at Home Depot. And it's this one. It's the Black Velvet. And I say Alocasia in case Eric Furlow's listening and Dory. So I love this one. It is definitely one of my favorites. I love the texture of the leaves. They're so pretty. And this is not pet friendly, by the way. Not pet friendly. None of the Alocasias are pet friendly. And then I got one more. Okay, I got one more. Check this one out. Isn't it gorgeous? It's another Calathea.
It's not pet.
And they call this like a furry feather because on the back it's like furry. It's soft. It feels really soft and furry. But the let me see, the proper name for it is, like, I always write it down. Oh, I'm gonna say it the way it looks like it should be pronounced. Rhubarba.
Sounds good to me.
Rhubarba. But I don't know, feather fin.
Say hi to
It's
everybody.
easier. So there you go. Those are my plants of the days. And that is pet friendly too.
We had to go get some polycarbonate to use for lids. And unfortunately, the closest place that has those is an hour and a half away from here.
Yeah.
Because I went to my local hardware store and it's like a small town place, and you walk in and I was like, polycarbonate panels, and they were like, what? So yeah, they didn't have them, but had to go to Home Depot, which, you know, that's never a bad thing to have to go to Home Depot, but it took forever. And the closest Lowe's to us is like 40 minutes away. They didn't have it either. I already went there, but anyway, be on the lookout for what those are going to be used for. We got them for 2 different things. I wanted to replace the lids on your discus tank and the new tanks that we'll be talking about very soon. So, and then we had to get some more pipe and stuff like that. And then, of course, we can't be at Home Depot without her going to the plant section. And she's so spoiled that she even gets plants that she already has.
Anyway, you get bobbleheads and you already have some of the same players.
Somebody said, John doesn't look like a plant guy. I love the house being full of plants. I think it's awesome. I really do. And I'm not just saying that to make her feel good. I really do. But you know, it does get a little ridiculous when, you know, going to Home Depot is a big deal for me. And then I got to wait around because she's in the plant section. And
You didn't have to wait around. I came to you.
it's true.
That's true. And I guess I'm saying it wrong, but it's always how I say it, Delilah. Sorry.
Regina.
You would not be able to be around me for a whole day because I mispronounce everything. You can ask John.
It's adorable. It's fun. It's funny. I try not to correct her though, because I don't want to be that guy. But sometimes I'm like, all right, listen, you just said that in front of a lot of people. You know, I'm just looking out for you here.
Like Viola.
Yeah. That was on a video too. We had to reshoot that one.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, back when he would tell me what I needed to do for a video. He'd go to work. It's when we had the furniture repair business, and he'd say, okay, he would do the scripts and he would say, it needs to be along these lines. And at that time, I was like, I had to make sure I said everything exactly
Word
the
for
way
word.
he wrote it because I didn't want to say something wrong, and then him say, you have to go redo it. So I was very particular. Nobody could be in the house. It was in a certain room, and I would record these videos. And one of them, all I saw was the word Viola, and I was like, Viola. And when he went to edit it, he was like, we're gonna have to redo that.
We may need to do a voiceover on that one. It was voila, but she read it Viola, and she said it with such passion too.
I sure did.
Viola.
Because for all those years, like, I always thought that's what that TV dinner was.
Viola, yeah. No, it's an instrument. It's an instrument, not.
There is a TV dinner called that too.
Yeah, but it's okay. But it's not pronounced Viola. Not the TV dinner. Her phone's over there farting still. She gets a new phone and it farts all day long. Every there.
Can you guys hear it? Text me or something so
That will
it'll go
never
off.
not be funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm a child.
It was so funny because when I got it and I set it up, I could have picked any notification sound,
I'll text you.
but this one sounded funny, so I did it. I wonder if it'll work for you. It'll probably sound like diarrhea.
Get ready.
Sorry, it's funny. Okay.
When I met you, you would have been appalled by something like that. Regina Phalange says, I'm sorry I can't super chat today. My car reminded me I was neglecting bald tires.
No.
Down to the wear bars. Eek.
Oh my gosh, tires are so expensive too.
Regina, I have been telling you for months to stop super chatting us. So, hey, if you had listened to me, it would have been no problem. You would have been like, oh, I got all the money there. Instead of paying John and Lisa's rent, I'm going to pay for
Do you know how
tires.
many discus you could have bought, Regina?
It's true.
And we've been talking about that. I told you when you're ready, just let me know.
Tires are the worst. And it's one of those things that they sneak up on you. It's like, oh, whoa, I guess I got to do that. Kevin and Lisa, I've had my super red half moon female beta exactly 5 months today. Luna is beautiful and so healthy.
Aww.
Highly recommend getting fish from John and Lisa. Paid money to say that. Wow. That is
I'm glad
very,
to hear
very
she's
special.
Doing good.
Absolutely. Dragon with the $9.99, and it is a cute sticker.
Aww.
And I feel like it's supposed to be moving, but it's not for some reason. Maybe Elon's internet is not allowing it to move, or maybe it's just a sticker. I don't know, but that's adorable. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Linda Woodworth, I did it again. 10, love you guy. All right.
Thank you.
She's the.
Are you all right?
Yeah, sorry.
Good. He's fine.
Okay, let me calm down. Stephanie McCormick became a member, and that one I know became a member. Welcome to the team. Boulder Beta, speaking of CJ shirts, did you bring it down? Oh, no, I forgot it again.
What?
The shirt upstairs, again, it is in my closet. How dare I? Listen, I'm going to make a note. I'm going to do it right now because it would take too long for me to go up there and get it. But I have a little note that I use for the stream when I want to remind myself. I will put it on there after I avoid this. Okay. After I avoid this sneeze. There, it's on there. It is. I will have it up here next week. I promise. Now, where did my stream go? Jeez, what happened here?
Hello.
Okay.
Do you do this for a living?
You would think I would know what I'm doing by now.
Wow. So, did anybody watch my video on Sunday? Did you see my new discus? Aren't they beautiful? And they're so cute.
You can
And they're
finally talk
really
about 'em.
growing. Oh my gosh, the babies. Some of the babies are coloring up and they already look like the adults and they're babies. And it's awesome because they're they're already growing. You can tell they're already growing.
One of them colored up too.
That's what I just said.
Oh,
Hello?
I'm sorry. I was coughing.
Are we
I
in the
couldn't hear
same
you.
stream?
I was coughing. I was violently coughing.
Wow. So, yeah, they're doing great. I've been feeding them 3 times a day, not overfeeding them like a lot at one time, but 3 times a day. I've been water changing them every other day because I'm trying to grow them up to be as big as the other ones. For a reason, I have another project of my own coming up in the very near future, and they're going to all be together.
We've talked about that. It's not a big secret.
It kind of is because, but
I thought we talked about it.
I've been feeding them the Hans food. He makes his own discus food handmade, and it's great stuff. It really is. There's a whole lot of stuff in it, and I just need to ask him kind of an idea of the ingredients, not to give away his recipe, but I don't want to say the wrong thing.
And not to make it for sale, just to make it for us to have.
Yeah, but no, I just want people to know what's in it so they know how good it is, and it's worth buying. It's worth paying the money for it, for your discus, because my discus, their colors just pop, and they're healthier, and they breed more, and they're just happier. They're overall happier when when I feed that to them. But the babies, I've been feeding them 3 different things, 3 times a day, 1 each. But I've been feeding the discus Hans food once a day. I've been feeding the Northfin krill once a day, and then I've been feeding another food that's not being sold public yet by
It's a tester food.
Yeah, it's a test food, and my other discus have liked it a lot too. So those are the 3 things that I feed the babies, and they go crazy. They're so daggone adorable. They really are. They come up and they're like, dee, 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 dee. Well, the big ones do it too.
She doesn't want to talk about it, but we've talked about it in the past. There will be a tank in the future that will have all of those discus in them. That's what's going to happen. But what that tank is going to be, you just wait, because that's going to be something special. And I'm getting the stink eye, so I've already said too much.
Yes.
Justin M. said, "Hi, Elisa and John. Just ordered a few things from your site. Thank you very much for that. I'm looking at it right now. We got some Fritz Complete, some polishing pads for the tidal filters, and one of the 36 watt, 34 inch fixture Higer lights. You're going to love that light, my friend. So we will get that shipped out tomorrow."
You know what's hilarious about lights?
They suck to ship.
No. Oh,
but that's our problem, not yours.
Yeah. It's not my favorite thing. But anyway, those Higer lights, I'm not a light person. I'm not somebody that will start talking about the
par rating and all of that.
The technical stuff, like the filters, and like he'll do reviews about canister filters and hang on the backs and lights, and I don't do that just because the technical stuff, I leave that up to him. But I can say honestly, being in this hobby for as long as we've been in this hobby, those Higer lights are the easiest lights I've ever used.
I keep telling everybody.
I mean, they dumbed it down, okay? And I'm not trying to make myself sound like a dummy, but they seriously dumbed it down, and it's a good, affordable light.
Yep, it's true.
And I've used a lot of lights.
This is why we have it on the site, because it's easy and it works and it's affordable. We're using them ourselves. Otherwise we wouldn't be selling them. So here I go again. I haven't been coughing all day, but now I'm on live stream in front of 84,000 people.
Did you take your medicine? Did you take your Mucinex?
No. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Sean Damon.
I had to remind you.
Hey, John and Lisa. Well, my biker seems to be doing okay. That's good. Would you control yourself over there? I'm upgrading. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's her phone farting, and
okay, they get it.
It distracts me every single time. But I don't know if it comes across on microphone. That's why I keep anyway. I'm
I'll go ahead and
upgrading a
turn it
55 to a 90 gallon with black diamond sand for him and a little albino Oscar and blood parrot, Jack Dempsey, electric blue Acaras, and roguefish. Wow. Need to build the stand. Yeah. And, before you know it, you're going to be needing to build another stand because you're going to be upgrading the tank again because those suckers are going to get big. Maybe not the Acaras, but yeah, you're going to have a tank full of big old fish, and that's going to be glorious. That's a good combo to have. My bikers, it sounds like we're doing another advertisement, but our bikers have changed completely by feeding that carnivore food from Northfin. I promise we're not doing an advertisement here. I wanted so bad to do a video, do like a short and get like Cookie Crisp music, which doesn't exist, but it's like watching fish eat Cookie Crisp because they look like little teeny Cookie Crisps. It's the most adorable thing.
Oh my gosh, and they go crazy over that.
Yeah,
stuff.
they do. And it's not normal to see bikers go after food. Like they're very, very slow eaters. At least mine are.
The ornate though, when he goes after it, he's like a pig and he goes after all of it. And I'm like, what about the other guys? That's why he's growing so fast.
Yeah, Furlough, you gave me a pig, but it's a good thing because it is making him grow very fast. He's blowing up.
So Joey is here.
That Joey? Which one?
The king of DIY Joey. And he gave away Hans's recipe. He said beef heart, market shrimp, tilapia, and peas.
There you go.
See, I could have got that recipe from Hans, but anyway.
I was going to say, I know it has beef heart and tilapia. Other than that, I don't know what else it is.
Well, I'm glad he spoke up because I have watched several of his discus videos lately, and I like them. I really do. Joey, you're doing a good job.
I don't really like Joey's videos.
I'm just saying, I like Joey's discus videos.
Joey knows I'm kidding.
He explains things very well. A lot of stuff I do know already. I'm not trying to act like, I mean, he's doing a great job. Like what was the one? The last one was the tank, the breeder tank. I really like that video. I even told you about it yesterday. I was like, I'm getting into these discus videos that Joey's doing.
I mean, you start doing videos about discus, you're going to get attention from her. That's going to happen every time.
I love discus. I always have.
Do videos about bikers, Oscars, which Joey does videos about Oscars too. So this is why Joey and I are friends. We're very similar in the fish that we like.
I don't watch a lot of people's videos. Very, very rarely do I watch videos because for one, I don't have time, or it's something that just doesn't interest me because I live and breathe fish, but if it's a certain fish, it's going to grab my attention. And if somebody does a video about discus, it's going to grab my attention.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't argue with that. Joey's videos are fun to watch, so you ain't got to make excuses for me.
Okay.
He knows I watch his videos. I'm lurking, just like he's lurking right now. He came in to say, hey, I'm going to give you that recipe because I just want you to know I'm in here. And I'm watching you. You better be careful. That's what he was trying to say. He was warning us, basically. No, it's good to see you in here, Joey. It's been a while. Miss you in Dallas. Should have had you down there. I know you're from Canada. You don't like the hot, but...
oh, my gosh. What a difference. I mean, that is like... Wow.
It's like 12 degrees up there in Nova Scotia right now.
Oh, please. It's not that cold.
Okay, I drew a blank there. Sorry, it just get Joey on my mind and I go nuts. Delana Silva said, I got compliments on it that day too.
Nice.
That's good to hear because that's the whole thing with making those shirts was to start conversations, to get people thinking, oh yeah, Oscars are really cool. Joey's going to be in Chicago, so there you go. You'll be able to tell him about all his amazing discus videos if you end up going, which you better because
we've been working. I told you that was the one that I am making sure I go to for several reasons, but I mean that's the one I want to go to because the weather is perfect for one, and I like seeing everybody everywhere. It's not just Chicago. I liked everybody in Dallas and I liked everybody in Florida too. It was great. I just figure if I could only go to one this year, I was going to make it the Chicago one. And plus, maybe we can hang out with Jason and Joanna again and do another live stream. That was fun. So much fun.
That was a lot of fun. The beard will not be quite as robust as as Jason's, but you know, we could really confuse some people. I'll wear a skin tight shirt and I'll have to puff out my chest the whole time and try to look like half the man he is. And
oh my God,
it'll be fun. Adolfo Prieto didn't realize until last week I've been a member for a year now. How about that? That's championship level right there. Thanks for all the awesome content. Truly my #1 channel on YouTube. Hey, that is a bold statement. Thank you so much for that, my friend. And then he said, here's $2 to follow up on that.
Nice.
You're too much, Adolfo. You spoil us. Paul Tavares. Hi guys. I'd like to put a blue ram in my community tank, but read they are prone to a few issues and don't live very long. Opinions? Thanks. I would never say they don't live long. I will say they can be on the finicky side. They can be on the delicate side. They will mix perfectly fine in community tanks, usually. If you know how water works and you're able to keep water clean for your fish, you don't have fish dying every week and all that kind of stuff, then you're probably keeping the water good enough for rams, and yours will be fine. They don't live very long. That's nonsense. That was said by a bunch of people who don't know how to keep clean water. That's what it was. So don't listen to those people anymore. Do your thing. Get your rams. They're adorable. You will absolutely love them. Lord Awesome Tony, awesome beard. Hey, I like this guy.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Here we go. We're hearing all about the beard again. Let me tell you what this man did. He knows how much I like his beard and how much I like a particular scent that he does with his, what is it called? A beard cologne or something, or cleanser? I don't know. It's a beard smelly thing. And it smells so good. It's called Yummy. And anyways, he decided
G-rated, lady.
I like it that much. He went and he got the beard branded.
I got all of it.
All of it. The body wash, the shampoo, and he doesn't even have hair.
Cologne. And the cologne.
Deodorant.
All of it.
Yeah.
I like the scent too. It is called Old Money from Beard Brand. And it's the most unique scent I've ever smelled. And I liked it a lot. And then she made the mistake of saying, oh, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm ordering all of it then.
And he did.
I did.
And then he's so funny. It comes in and he's like, come here. You have to see when I open it how cute this is. When you open it, they have this cute little sticker on top. And the way they package it is just so perfect. And he goes to open it and he makes me watch. Like, I had to stop doing what I was doing in the fish room to watch him unbox this.
We need to tell the story of why that is, though.
So
because that doesn't make sense, what you just said.
So I'm watching, and he's undoing it, and he opens it up, and he looks disappointed. He goes, oh, it doesn't have the sticker on it like it did last time. And I'm like, okay.
All right. Let me tell the story. The first order that I ordered from them, it's just like us. It's a small business. And when I opened up the package, it was an experience. It really was. It was a delightful experience. Mm. Opening the box, they had black tissue paper in there, and it was all folded nicely, and it was just a beautiful presentation. And I told her, I said, this is what I want to do. I want to do something. When people open a box from us, I want it to be an experience rather than just something thrown in and then a piece of paper to fill the void, and then that's it. And so that's why I wanted you to be there with me when I opened it. Not because of what was in it, but because of the presentation. And the presentation was good this time. It wasn't as good as the first time. But they still did a good job. And I want, when somebody opens a box from us, I want it to be an experience. And that inspired me. And so I wanted her to be a part of that. So, I mean, I don't have her open boxes with me all the time.
It was so cute. But the next time I get an order of plants in, I'm getting you.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, what I'll probably be tomorrow afternoon because, good Lord, they're showing up every day practically.
Anyway.
Justin Higgins became a member. Welcome to the team, my friend. Rachel came in again and said, patience. Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, you're
Super
welcome.
appreciate the advice. That was on the breeding the betas.
Yeah.
Rachel, do you realize you've paid for this shirt now? Like
Aw.
the shirt that you're getting, that you won fair and square by knowing the answer to the... I'm going to ask the question, and let's see if anybody answers it as fast as Rachel did and Charlotte, because they were like, boom, like these two hit it as soon. But you have to understand, folks, I am not asking you this as part of the giveaway for the shirt. This is just for fun. The question was, in Harry Potter 1, the movie, in A Sorcerer's Stone, when they get to Hogwarts and they go to the Sorting Hat ceremony, and they walk in with McGonagall, and they're walking in behind her, and they look up at the ceiling. Hermione says, you know, it's not real. The ceiling is enchanted to look like the night sky. She says something like that. And then she says, I read about it in... What is the name of the thing that she read it in? You don't win anything if you answer this correctly. But let's see if anybody gets it as fast as Charlotte and or Rachel did. And I can tell you already, you haven't, because they already had it in. But you have to tell me the name of the book that she said she read that in, and you have to say it right, because there's a certain order that it has to be put in. If you don't... There it is. Sandra Wiggins got it. And so did Lady Rorschach. It's a woman thing. It must be. The women get it like that. It's Hogwarts, a history. And everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it. The reason why I thought it was going to be a trick question. No, you wouldn't have gotten it because you don't watch those movies because you're not into good movies.
Anyway.
I thought everybody was going to say, I read it in a Hogwarts history. I thought it was going to be like a trick question, but it's not. It's Hogwarts, a history. And the way she says it is so cute. And she reminds me of our oldest daughter. And so you should watch it because of that. I'm telling you right now, our oldest daughter, not now, but when she was 12, looks like 12-year-old Emma Watson. I'm telling you.
No.
Yes.
She looked like Selena Gomez.
I'm going to show you a clip when we're done here, and I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I see it. Looks just like her.
Everybody always said she looked like Selena Gomez.
And she did, but you'll see. Ligate 12, any experience with red Atabapo?
What?
I think you got your answer. I just picked one up, and he's gorgeous. Let's look that up, shall we? A red Atabapo. Is that how you say it? Maybe I've seen it, but I've just seen it under a different name. Let's see.
Donna Vetrano. I have not seen a Harry Potter movie either.
I almost bought one of those, Ligate. I almost bought one. Rama had one.
Oh.
You remember that?
That's a cool fish.
I would be curious, Ligate. I'd be curious to know how much you paid for that, because when I saw that fish, I was like, ugh. And then I saw the price and said, nah, no thanks. Because it was a lot. And I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying that was a lot. If you're still here, Ligate, let me know, if you don't mind sharing how much you paid for it. Bard's Tail Goldens. My Episto spawned last night. I can see the little eggs. So excited. I got the Venti 5-gallon from you. Arrived safely. My cherry shrimp love it.
Oh, good.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I love the Venti.
I do too. I don't love shipping them because it costs a fortune and UPS breaks them. Not all of them, but we've had pretty good luck with those. We had one lid get broken. We've had pretty good luck with the Ventis. I don't know why. I mean, they're really not packaged any different than the others, the Pisces, but
it's because you started putting live fish on it.
I do. That's what's funny. I put the green live fish stickers that we put on our fish boxes. I put those
on the
on the
tanks.
boxes with the tanks in it, and that we've had really good success ever since then. And I haven't heard from any customers yet like, oh, I thought it was funny that there was live fish on there. Nobody said that yet, but yeah, that's it seems to work. Trick them into believing that they're carrying live fish. Hip Hop Hillbilly want to get a biker and an Oscar. Think a 75-gallon with high filtration will be okay. If so, I could do more. And the biker recommendations, since sizes vary. So listen, I know we talked earlier. Who was it? It was Sean Damon, I believe is his name. And the only reason I remember that is because it always makes me think of Matt Damon.
Oh, I was going to say,
Matt
are
Damon's
they related?
Awesome.
He's pretty cool.
And so is Sean Damon. But he was talking about a 90-gallon, and that's pushing it. I mean, if we want to do this, I'm not saying that Sean Damon's not doing it right. If you want to do what I would do, I would have them in at least 125 gallons. That's what I would do. Particularly when you're talking about the kind of bikers that I keep. I've got an Ornate, I've got an Enley, and I've got a Lepredi. Enlicari or Lepredi, those are the three that I have. Mine are in a 360, so it's really not an issue. But if I didn't have them in a 360, I would have them in probably at least a 125. And there's a lot of biker people, bisher, whatever you want to say. There's a lot of people that would argue that that's too small too. But these are fish that can get well over 24 inches, significantly larger than Oscars, maybe not in height, but in length. So you want to give them as much space as possible. Not because I'm sitting here wanting to tell you, you have to do everything right and do everything like me, because you want these fish to flourish. You want them to reach their full potential, and they're probably not going to get there in a 75. Now, having said that, you could go with Senegals, which, if you get them at a good size, and the Oscars small, the Senegals aren't really going to eat the Oscars. Then the Senegal will grow, the Oscar will grow, and it's not, the Senegal shouldn't get eaten by the Oscar. Senegals would be completely fine in a 75, but I would not put Enlicaris, Lepredis, Ornates, which is the three that I have. I would not put those in a 75. If you do, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that.
I see somebody in here. I wanted to ask a question too. Paul Sotero. I know you live in North Carolina. So does like Dee Dee and Delilah's critters. But I thought I saw your name in the Raleigh Aquarium Society or something like that, the Fish Club on Facebook, because I joined that. But I want to go to one of those meetings, the Raleigh one, and I was wondering if you go to that one and if you could tell me about it, like days and meeting times and stuff. If you don't mind, I'll just look for it in chat.
We're going to Raleigh next weekend.
Yes.
Going to see Joe Coy. Can't wait. I'm excited about that. Morgan Bright hints on when the next beta restock will be. We just talked about that tomorrow, but they're not going to go up immediately. But she's going to be adding fish that we have had. Mm-hmm. They're going to be starting to go up next week, and there'll be a steady flow from that point on. Rico Stan sent you guys an email yesterday. I think I know you are still super busy, but when you get a chance, hiya, all gotta lurk. I did see that. Did you see that? It's like 8 pages long.
Oh, is it? I just noticed that
J.K. Rowling doesn't write as much as he does.
I didn't look at the email. I noticed he emailed, but we've been so busy the past couple of days, I haven't looked at anything.
Between being sick and being overwhelmed with the beta system and all of that, I have not had a chance to respond. You will get a response from us, Rico.
Oh,
don't worry.
Definitely.
Jennifer Anderson, KG Tropicals. Lisa, what kind of plants do you put in your tanks besides pothos?
Ooh.
I'm trying out elephant ears and herbs.
Oh.
John, a warm shot of whiskey. I can't do that.
Okay, do you have a Monstera plant? Because you can propagate a Monstera plant like that in a fish tank. I mean, I got one in my Zen Aqua tank that I could just start a whole new plant with it because it's just propagated so well. But I do the Monsteras, the Pothos. What else have I done? Off the top of my head, I'm going to end up getting off here and being like, oh, this, and completely forgot to tell you. But, yeah, the Monsteras, the Edenton, I call them, Delilah, don't judge me. Edenton, I've done one of those before and successfully. Yes, I have my variegated Edenton that I got from Dallas last year. I took all the dirt off of it and stuck it in the fish tank, and I helped it grow quicker. But anyways, there's some ideas.
Ryan Johnston, do you use aquarium multivitamin liquids? We do not. That doesn't mean that they're not good, but we haven't really found a need for that. I mean, they get the vitamins that they need in foods and stuff like that, so we haven't really found it to be necessary.
Oh, Berkeley Bell, that's a good one. Parlor Palm. Yes. I have not done that one, but I've seen it, and it looks great. Yes.
Melissa Jeswald, and he hit me with a surprise left. Okay, let's see if you can get this one. Because, I mean, I already know it. I didn't even need to think about that one. The lyric, okay? People send these song lyrics to us. This is one of the biggest songs of the 90s. Like, the most popular songs of the 90s. Okay?
Can you sing it right?
No. Oh. And he hit me with a surprise left. My jaw left hurting. Ooh, dropped right open. Just like the day. Come on. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that. It's about, the song is about a school shooting.
I don't know.
You know this one.
I don't know.
It's Jeremy from Pearl Jam.
I don't listen to Pearl Jam, John.
This woman just disappoints me more and more every single day.
Okay.
I thought Pearl Jam was one of the bands that you liked.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just don't know their songs like that.
You don't know the song Jeremy?
I don't pay attention.
I mean, come on. Guy on YouTube with a $10 super chat, nothing attached to it. Just wanted to say, hey, listen, I'm a guy on YouTube, and I want you to have $10. Thank you. So much for that, Guy on YouTube.
That's a cool name.
It is. It's easy to remember. I'll never forget that one, I promise. Dwayne Moretta, my Dumbo Orchid is doing great. He's about to move up to a 29 when my guppy babies go in the community tank. It'll be the first real aquascape attempt. How about that? That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool.
That does sound cool.
Whips World, I don't really have anything to say, but I wanted to give you a little cash for being the awesome people you are. And you want to rub it in that you've been getting us with these song lyrics. Melissa tried,
Melissa
but
got me.
She got her.
No, he got me too, actually, with Stevie Nicks, yeah.
Yeah, and you should still be ashamed of yourself on that one. But there's everybody's putting it in there. They're either saying Jeremy or they're saying Pearl Jam. I mean, because everybody knows it's a great song. I mean, I actually, in the members only stream, I asked my members, I said, okay, put in the chat, what is your favorite Pearl Jam song, but it can't be Jeremy? And we got a lot of good answers. But the answer is black. It's all black. It's always black. If you have not heard the song Black from Pearl Jam, I don't know what your problem is. I don't care if you're into hip hop music or country music or old rhythm and blues. I don't care what you're into. Listen to that song. It's one of the best. Little Mountain Life. Sorry if I missed it here or in a video, but what are y'all's thoughts on Stenker shutting down discus breeding? Time for KG discus breeding. Oh, not at that scale. Maybe for fun someday, sure. But no, you know what? It's very sad. It's I don't know the details behind it. I know it's a sore subject for you. It's certainly a sore subject for me when it comes to the effects that that's going to have on a dear friend of ours.
He's going to be fine.
Oh, nobody's going to outwork that man. He's going to figure it out. But it is sad. a couple of years ago we lost Jack Watley, and now that was more than a couple of years ago, and now Stenker's shutting down. I mean, it sucks. That's one of our favorite names in the industry, and that's one of the big names. And I was.
You know why I kept Stenker Discus? I kept Stenker Discus because of Hans, not because of Stenker. Because great customer service, and he is the person I have always looked up to as far as discus goes, and I learned a lot from that man. It wasn't Stenker that taught me about discus, and it's not. That's all I'm going to say. So with Stenker shutting down, it'd be a whole different story if somebody said Hans was shutting down. Then I'd be upset. Not Stenker. I just don't like the effect that it could lead, for other people with them shutting down. But other than that, I don't care.
It's still sad because that's a big name. Joe Provenzano said, thoughts on Eric Francis Schrody, better known as Everlast. I didn't even know that was his real name. I like that guy's story a lot. I mean, that one song, What It's Like, is that what the name of that song is? I like that song a lot. I mean, I'm not going to tell you I was a big fan, but not a hater either. But I like his story, the whole heart thing and all of that. I mean, it's pretty powerful stuff. So I'm a fan. I'm not a big fan, I guess is what I'm trying to say. How many Salusai that's how I say it. I don't know how you say it. Can I keep in a 96 by 36 tank? That's a big one. That's mine. What other dwarf Mbunas can I keep with them? Can I get them through you? No! I am not selling you any of my yellow labs. They are mine.
I have
and
baby
only
yellow
mine.
labs. I have baby yellow labs.
We do have baby ones, but we're not selling them to you. We're going to hopefully someday introduce them to the big tank. But, oh, geez, that is such a big tank. How many can you keep in a tank that big? Good grief. I've got 60 in a tank that is 120. Well, you said 36 inch wide, 96 by 36. Mine's 96, 36 by 24 inches tall. That's 360 gallons. I don't know how tall yours is. Yours might be 36 inches tall, but so let's just say for this conversation, you're talking about 300 gallons. Okay. Let's say that. I have 60 yellow labs in a 240 gallon. So there you go. Is my tank heavily stocked? Yep. Have we had a problem? No. There's big filtration on there. We've had 2 fish die in that tank in over a year. Over a year and a half. There's been 2 fish die out of nowhere. Just
and
dead.
I honestly think they were the females that were holding for so long, and then they spit the fry out and they were weak and they got picked on.
It could have been
because they hadn't ate while they were holding the fry.
They're all happy. They're all fine and dandy. And they, every once in a while, you got 60 fish in a tank. Every once in a while, you're going to walk up to the tank and one of the fish is going to be dead. And you can't beat yourself up over it. It just is what it is. It sucks, but it is. So, but my filtration in there can handle it. Our maintenance routine can handle it. Can you handle that? Probably. If you have a tank that big, you might think with a tank that big, 60 isn't all that impressive, but it is. That's a lot of fish. And when they're bright yellow, which Salusai are not, but it's really, really cool looking. I get so many compliments on that tank. So the Atabop was $75 at 12 inches. You stole that fish, my friend. The one I saw was $500.
Whoa.
So maybe the one I saw was just way overpriced. I don't know. But if that fish was $75, I would have bought that fish that day. I mean, it was spectacular. It was in the tank that the bikers came out of. But he wanted $500 for it. So you got a real good deal, my friend. Fishtachio, John, Allison, Chains, and Breaking Benjamin in Raleigh in September. I live in Atlanta. I'll meet you there. You talked about that last week. I just don't think I could handle it. I mean, I've seen Allison Chains, their current lineup. They're very good. The singer is very, very good. He is not a Lane Staley impersonator, which I think is good because don't even try. But he's a very good singer, and it was really cool to see Jerry Cantrell. I would love to see Breaking Benjamin. I just don't know if my oldness can handle a concert like that. Unless I was like in the absolute nosebleeds. There's no way in the world I'd get you to go with me. So it's like I could meet Fishtachio there, but that would be weird meeting up. No offense, but just, I'm meeting somebody I've never seen before. That would be a lot of fun, though. I'd love to see Breaking Benjamin. But I can just watch them on YouTube. There's about 80 Breaking Benjamin concerts on YouTube. Regina Phalanges just couldn't help it. The girl can't help it. Had to come in with the $2 super chat. Girl, go get your tires. Don't worry about us.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for that. Thomas. Oh, Thomas. I'm sorry. Because Papele? Papele? I'm probably botching that, but you became a member. Next week on the members only live stream, you can make sure I understand how to say your name, because that I do not like botching people's names like that. Guy on YouTube came back again. Is 10 common plecos too much for my... Now you're just being a rascal, you. And thankfully put the laughing emoji afterwards, because I was going to say, how dare you? You knew that comment was going to get a how dare you from me. 10 common plecos in a 5-gallon tank. Thinking of upgrading them to a 10. Well, you'd be doing them in as big a tank as you can. No one listened to Guy on YouTube when it comes to that question. I wouldn't even put 10 of the smallest ancistrus plecos in there. King George became a member. How about that?
Huh.
That's what the KG in KG Tropical stands for, if you didn't know that.
That's awesome.
We used to live in a place called King George, Virginia. Little Mountain Life. Discus. Yeah, I hope Hans can keep Stenker strains going. I'm in Front Royal, Virginia. Going to put a 145-gallon discus tank in my living room wall. Thinking Sea Clear acrylic for $1,700. But should I reach out to local custom builders in Virginia? So here's the thing. I love custom aquarium builders. I love the custom aquarium builders named Custom Aquariums in Wisconsin. We've got a relationship with them. We've been working with them since 2016. But you're not going to get a tank that size for $1,700. That's just reality. One of the things that I really like about an acrylic tank for a wall project is the fact that you don't have to deal with the black frames, which, you can get rimless tanks. But when they're that big, I feel weird about that. Acrylic, it's just a nice straight up glass box. There's no frames or anything like that. And $1,700, that might seem like a lot. But if you call a custom builder, you're going to be like, oh, maybe the $1,700 wasn't a bad deal. Particularly, a lot of times a tank that size, you're not going to be priced high enough for free shipping from a lot of these places. So by the time you do all of that, it can be more than $1,700. So if $1,700 for an acrylic is doable for you, I would just do that. Because then you don't have to deal with that black frame. And if I'm going to have a rimless tank built into the wall, I would be much more comfortable with an acrylic, because you're going to have that top on there. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel that's what I would want to do in the wall. I have built glass aquariums with black frames into the wall, and you can trim it out and it looks really good. But if you want to get that super nice, super modern, flush look with your wall, you have to go acrylic. So there's your answer. And good luck with that. That's going to be spectacular. It's something we will never have.
Oh, definitely not here.
Because we ain't putting a fish tank in a wall in a 200-year-old house. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. We're not putting a fish tank in the house.
Period. Yeah. Unless you're planting plants in it. It's not.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. Ryan Gloff, peacocks in a 55-gallon, or do I need to get a bigger tank?
For a grow out.
I mean, you're doing better than what a lot of people do.
Well, that's true.
And you can have peacocks in a 55, and they can live their entire life in a 55. You're not going to have 24 of them, but you can have them in there. They will do fine. When it comes to African cichlids, my answer is always going to be go bigger. I mean, that's just, I always do that because bigger tanks are always cooler. So
you can get away with mbunas, but not peacocks.
I mean, you could, but not
the smaller mbunas, not the ones that can get big, you know.
The thing is, you could do peacocks, but you'd only be doing like 6 of them, and that's not all that impressive. The thing with Africans, you want lots of them.
And then there's not enough chaos, and they're going to start picking on each other
That's right.
Eventually kill each other off.
So just like Michael Scott would tell you, bigger is always better. We're going to finish on time tonight, lady. Can you believe that?
You didn't do the giveaway.
Oh, I didn't.
I got an idea. We're going to make this easy.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Get ready, folks. First rule, you have to live in the United States.
Do not put a number in until I say I'm ready. We're going to do a number 1 through 100. I'm going to put it on this piece of paper. Once I tear this piece of paper off and I fold it over and I hold it up so you know I'm not just picking whatever one. It's going to be the one in my hand. Then we'll start. I'm writing a number down right now.
Can I see it so that
No.
But I want to be able to help
Okay.
you look. Okay.
So, go.
Whips World cheated. He guessed before
When I
she
see
said go.
it, I'll open it up.
Number 1 through 100. You can only guess once, Whips World. He did it 3 times. Whips World.
He's the only one picking one.
I'm going to ban him. 5 times he did it.
Oh, Lord.
All right, we're looking. Oh, boy. Here they come. Wow.
Oh, my God.
All right. I'm looking.
I'm just going real. I see it. I see it. Katya 480. First person I see. Katya 480.
I don't see it, but if you see it, go ahead.
24. Can you see it? Can you see the number?
Yeah, it's good enough. The number's 24, folks.
Yeah. So
Jennifer Anderson said 24.
Well,
but is that
Cat?
Let me see here. All right, we're gonna have to figure this out here, folks. Is that
24. The first person that I see is Katya 480.
But I don't even see that. Wow, there was so many.
At
Jeez.
928. Katya. And then Deborah Levi.
Why do I not see that name on here? I know this is real entertaining here for you folks.
Okay. Yeah, Zen said it was Katya 482.
Okay.
Okay, so if you live in the United States, please say you do. Email Katie Tropicals, and we will get you the shirt. You have to let us know what size, too.
Yeah, that's kind of an important part. So yeah, email me at kgtropicals@gmail.com. That is only for the winner. And Jennifer Anderson, you since I picked you, you get one too.
But
so
there was another person right after her.
Okay, well we got a bunch of shirts. So
okay, so let me go back.
There's Jennifer
Deborah
Anderson.
Levi.
Okay.
So Deborah Levi, you are also a winner. Please email us and let us know what size shirt.
Katya VA, right? Katya VA, not Catwoman VA.
Katya 480.
Okay, there we go. Jennifer Anderson. And what was the third one? You said there was the third one.
Yes, I did. I'm
Levi,
writing everything
something Levi.
down.
So those 3 people email us. I think we have Jennifer Anderson's information because I think she's ordered from our website a bunch of times.
I just packed an order for her yesterday.
Yep. We will get these sent out to you tomorrow if you can send us your information. This is not an open invitation.
Deborah Levi.
This is not an open invitation for everybody to email us asking for a shirt. Just those 3.
And this
5
is
giveaways tonight. All 5 women.
And you know what? This isn't
we
a scam.
don't know about Katya.
You really did win. This is not a scam. You really did win. After last week.
Oh, yeah. After what we talked about last week. Yeah. No,
Yes.
This is definitely not. This is a real thing here. We will send them out to you. Yep. There we go. So, listen.
Leo, you're too late.
We're already stepping on... we're already stepping on Fish and Fever. So, why don't you say goodbye to everybody?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Really?
Well, no, I was looking at chat.
That's how it's going to be, huh?
Okay, well, it is going to be I got to do a quick goodbye because I've got to go back out to the fish house and go to bed because I got to get up early tomorrow and but go get my fish. But it's been fun. Thank you for being here tonight and hanging out with us. And we'll see you next week. And go check out James from Fish Room Fever.
And you don't have to click a link. All you have to do is just keep the screen open and you'll automatically go right over there to them. There's a lot of fun. Him and Ed have a good time.
Have lots of fun. But anyways, thank you, mods. I forgot to say thank you to the mods last week, and I felt so bad when I got off here. So thank you, mods. We appreciate you guys so much. And all of you, everybody that was here tonight, we appreciate you too. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And we'll see you next week. Bye.